We're into the second day of our teaching moments, and today I want to kind of break down you guys getting into your matching personnel and gap assignments. There's more to playing Madden than just picking a play and praying and hoping that you might get a play to go your way. When you could just play correct football and match up evenly and make sure that everything's covered, and it gets to the point where you don't necessarily need to call one play on defense. You know, you might have your preferences here and there, but you can find yourself in situations where you match personnel where you don't necessarily need to be, okay, I need to call cover 6 every play, or you could switch off to cover 3, and as long as every person is where they're supposed to be in their gap assignments, you're not going to have the stress factors of trying to over adjust and to defend what your opponents could do, because you're already going to be, you know, every man's going to defend what they're supposed to be. You're not going to have to overcompensate. So we're just going to kind of play a couple of games and kind of give you these teaching moments so that you guys can better understand what I'm trying to teach you guys, okay? Notice I never really come out and play the same defense all the time. You know, there's certain defenses that I've delegated to start using versus certain formations because I've had success with the gap assignments. And, you know, ever since, you know, I find success with a gap assignment principle, I'm going to stick to it, you know. So, like I said, you'll see me use different defenses based off of the offenses that I play. Now, here's the situation, is most of the people that you play in Madden, I guarantee you they're not going to be running, you know, they're not going to be opening their playbook regardless how much you try to enforce it on them. They're still going to be running what they know. And once you shut down what they know, they curl up like a ball. They curl up in a ball and they become easy pickets, okay? So all you got to do is get them out of what they know, and you're going to win every day. Because they're not going to adjust. They can try to adjust, but their idea of adjustment is, oh, I'm going to audible and I'm going to defend this. No. If you don't match personnel from the gate, from the play calling, you're not fixing the issue. Okay? So I'm going to kind of explain it a little bit for you guys so that you guys can understand. Sometimes you may have to come out in a formation and make a manual sub. You know, things happen like that. Like my 3-3 odd defense, I have to make a manual sub. Because there's more to just playing the gap assignments. You need specific players playing those gap assignments.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium.
Specific height, weight, classification, speed, you know, different variables kind of go into it. Oh my God. Oh my God, did I just juke him out of his shoes? Oh no, I did the double juke, fuck! I didn't mean to do the double juke, I'm sorry, fellas. I'm sorry. I really wanted to take that one to the house. I really did. He's just not fast enough right now. Alright, so what I like to do, man, we're going to kind of open up and see how his play calling is versus spread sets. Because this is usually how you can kind of get people out of their tendencies real early. Especially those people that like to play those base defenses the whole game. You spread them out, see how he matches up. Okay. So the first mistake he made was baseline. What did I teach y'all versus baseline? Watch and learn, fellas. Watch this new trick I've been putting up my sleeve. Get off me, little boy. It's a new little RPO where most motion hikes in the game, the motion will continue to go the direction that you're doing. This motion hike becomes a fullback lead block. Notice how he'll stop. Especially if they try to base a line. See, he baseline again, but you see what I see?
Here's Stidham. That's complete to his tight
Go after the
end.
weak spots.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
You're not going to baseline against players like me. You cannot baseline. If you do not match personnel versus these spread sets and you want to baseline, you're going to be in trouble. That's what, like I said, offensively, that's how I want to attack it. Going to see if this guy is going to make adjustments or if he's still going to stay. See, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that because you're showing me too much. And I love attacking people that don't know how to match personnel, bro.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Wait, see how that lead block waits for me? You're not going to get too many formations like that that'll let you do that. That is actually a very nice play selection to have in your in your play calling.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You're going to kill yourself baselining, bro. You're going to kill yourself.
Send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd down, Jacobs.
Look how that guy just stops and waits for his runner before he goes up the field and block. I told you, people that want to play these little 3-4 base defenses and stuff, they don't know how to match personnel. You're just going to have your way with them. It goes to both sides of the field. You're going to sit there and spam the same defense. I know how to attack it. You're not doing anything to confuse me. Boop.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He's going to wait for him. Pick that block up.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10.
You better learn how to match personnel fast, bro. Or you're going to be in for a long day.
Very good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong
Stop spamming the same defenses.
Keeps him advancing the ball.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw is Stidham. Touchdown.
Too easy, man. People always pick that cover 3 right there. I don't know why. You do not run a cover 3 in the red zone at all, period. Those seams are so vulnerable. Never run a cover 3 in the end zone. You run cover 2, maybe you could get away with cover 4 depending on certain pass concepts. Not saying that all the time you'll be able to. You'll have to make certain adjustments.
Home crowd behind him early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added.
Take run commit versus that, bro. That is lame. You got to match personnel. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to stay in the 3-4 odd and I'm going to run commit. Gap assignment football, bro. You don't play those gaps correctly, that run commit ain't going to work.
Go get those and get 2 points as a result.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to
Why would you have your best playmaker back there returning kicks? Can't do that in Madden, bro. So we're going to wait for him to call his play. These wide trips. So usually you can play base versus wide trips.
Lance in the 49ers.
Make sure everything matches up the way I want it to.
22. They start on the
We got
ground with McCaffrey.
to get in that fit, buddy. Gotta get in that fit.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Man, he was there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Being chased out left.
McCaffrey back there blocking.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across
That's not
the 40.
a good look.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it.
We're going to play that run fit.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's
Anytime you play like doubles or anything like that, you can usually run cover 3 or 6 versus that.
And stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Gotta put my manual sub on the field.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout.
Usually like you want this outside linebacker to be a linebacker, not an edge rusher.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On play action, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Kind of pay attention to certain things people do.
First. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league
Slot
always tells me,
you can play a nickel.
I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Lance now on 1st down. And this pass caught by Gray.
So as long as you're not
down inside
hitting
the
me deep, we
35
good.
before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Back to the ground attack here. McCaffrey. He'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3.
When you play them gaps, man, he's not going to be able to get stretch runs on you.
Because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
You know you're going to fuck up playing split versus me, right?
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
Can't run split versus me, man. I know how to stop that.
Cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the
Used to give me
Raider
problems
get
back
the
in the day, man.
back.
And once I figured out you can use big nickel to box that shit up, bro, you get shit so fast versus that crap. It's not even funny. Most people run that split because they can cheese you. You can't cheese someone that knows how to match personnel. I told you about that baselining, bro. It will make you stop.
And pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Stidham's throw taken in by
Quick read offense. You usually tell it on this, so like he doesn't hide his coverages. I know what he's in. I know where the ball is going. If he doesn't match personnel, he's not going to play the run fits. You can't baseline. You can't baseline. Trying to tell these folks, man, they just don't want to listen. I don't get it. See, now I can do it like this.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to
now he's starting to get in his head.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Y'all see what I see, right? Y'all see what I see, right? Y'all see what I see, right?
Now Stidham on 1st down. Flushed out.
You're not going to cover him.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Right in between split coverage, baby. You got to be willing to make throws like that, man. Look at how you just thread the needle right there with a 59 overall quarterback.
8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
Love when they use those safeties. They basically just tell you who's going to get the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I told you about baselining, bro. You're going to learn today.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jacobs going to try the middle.
That man too small.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Run on that baseline all day.
That's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Predictable, bro.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard
I say that
line.
in the playbook, though, right? Told you about baselining.
Play action. It's Stidham.
Too easy.
And it's complete.
Getting dotted up with a 59 overall over here, man. You don't want to match personnel. I'm going to take advantage of it. Stop baselining.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to the running game with Jacobs.
Stop baselining.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain.
Baseline don't take your run fits away from you, bro. Are you sure you want to do that?
On the run pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now it's Stidham.
Now you're not going to cover him because you want a baseline press.
Foster Moreau from 3 yards.
See, that's why I like running them spread offenses. They don't want to match personnel and they want to do that baseline press shit. You're going to give me both of those slot receivers wide open. You're going to learn how to match personnel today, bro. Stop trying to blitz me.
The way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better.
I can't make this shit up. Spread them out. You're going to learn today. Stop baseline. You better get the fuck out of it.
Stidham going to look to throw for it.
And you want to put everyone in coverage? Who's going to defend the quarterback?
And he is in to make it 16 to
You gotta play gap assignment football, man. You can't just be doing anything.
After going for 2 after the first score,
You're gonna get fucked up with this 59 overall quarterback, bro.
Now they decided to really press the advantage because remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels.
Like once you learn and understand the principles I try to teach, you'll never lose a game in Madden at all unless they disconnect you with a Wi-Fi connection or something like that. Just kind of slow it down. Don't get into the concept of wanting to spam one-play touchdowns. Just slow the game down. I guarantee you, your experience will be so much more enjoyable. Because people ain't really doing anything that's going to beat you. You know, most of the times I've realized watching myself play, more often than not, I'm beating myself. You know, no one's beating me. So just kind of like I said, just slow the game down, match your personnel, make them beat you deep.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield.
Those gaps are covered.
Allow the play to be successful.
We have one guy in 2-gap assignment, but we're good with it. We got Crosby.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Crosby can play like 3 or 4 gaps.
They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
As long as you got a guy like that, they ain't throwing no one-play touchdowns. See how he's in the deuce close? This is your deuce close defense. See, like I said, just match personnel.
So
every gap's covered.
Still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Everybody's covered. Man on man, we're good.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half.
Wide
I like
trips.
their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball.
Don't play one defense versus
you have
every
to do,
formation. Always read the formation first.
Put together some drives.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
Gap assignment, baby.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's get close, bro. It ain't gonna work.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Gonna give me sheds all day.
And that is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Mount that split defense again so I can shed again.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Throwing now is Lance.
Nice personnel, baby.
Is incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Gold is good, and that will do it for this first half.
Like I said, make it tough for him, man. As long as you match personnel, he's going to have to fight for every yard. He's not going to be able to sit there and just bomb and throw crossers. Like, all that shit's canceled out. As long as you play defense like I do, man, y'all ain't going to have a worry in the world, man. I guarantee you. Game will be much more of an enjoyable experience. You won't feel like you're getting cheated when you're playing with the league. I learned a lot. Mainly, most of what I'm learning, you know, it comes from my mud experience. Like I said, that kind of forced me to change my defense up a little bit. You know, prior to me playing mud, you know, I was about to be just done with Regs completely. And I was like, you know what, let me go back and see if what I've been doing in mud is able to be transposed, you know.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
Bodies there. We got bodies there.
56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry.
McCaffrey can't save you, my guy.
He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
That's what we were waiting on right there. Knew he was going to come out in that trips eventually.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Anything you do, I do better than you. Gap assignments.
And he'll be brought down to 50 after a gain of about 5.
Eat clock, bro. Appreciate you. I got the lead here.
Displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On second down, McCaffrey.
The boys gonna fill those gaps. Not getting no big boy running. Take you all quarter to drive down the field against his defense.
No, not at all.
That's what I want. That's ultimately what you want to be, guys.
And not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Lance with a tap
Gap assignments, we got bodies over there. You ain't running no jet sweeps. You're not getting no big lick plays.
And this is just a little touch
Make them
pass.
earn everything that they get.
Just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Throw it, please throw it. Thank you.
And too much juice.
Rock all over
out
him.
of bounds, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense.
Why would you come back out in that split close, bro? I done told you.
Come through with another one here.
Hope you didn't know.
Third and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. Samuel
Get
bringing
that
in
quarterback
the
pop. Keep coming out in that split defense.
Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
Force him back into that run fit. There you go.
There to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lance looking to throw it.
Get that. I mean, you got to drive that bitch.
Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 13 yards out. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6.
All I got to do is score, man. But I kick a field goal, drive down, get a touchdown, and game's over.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gold.
He's not scoring fast on me.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards.
You want to keep baselining, so be through. Come on, baseline again for me, bro.
The Raider offense set to get this started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that
because
it's now a one-score game,
you don't know how to play gap assignment when you do that.
You need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team.
Come on, baseline again for me, bro.
Right here.
Seemed like
so I can expose you.
Of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often.
You don't know how to play gap assignment football, bro?
Fool them with the inside run.
And down he goes, but
stop spamming the same 2 defenses.
64 yards rushing.
It was me getting beat consistently 10 yards of pop, and I'm running the same 2-3 defenses. You know, a smart man gets the fuck out of what's beating him.
Sustained runs.
But I guess that's the difference between me and this dumbass, though.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he takes this.
They learn how to match personnel fast, bro.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Stidham. Looking deep for Adams.
Let's get that.
Complete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
From the gun, it's Stidham.
Look at her. Chasing routes, man. Not playing your fucking assignment.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers.
You better play your fucking assignment, bro. If you don't, I'm going to pick on you.
That certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
Bad. Just stop trying to shoot gaps, bro. That's not your strength. Especially if you're trying to do it from the zone coverage. Because if I see you do that shit again, I'm gonna bottom your ass with a fucking play action.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
You're told on yourself.
Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Whoopsie! Stop trying to shoot gaps, bro. I'll hit you with that cutback real quick. Better learn how to play gap assignment. You play gap assignment, you won't have to worry about all that shit. You're not going to defend the pass? Okay. Game's over, bro. Told you about trying to shoot gaps and spamming the same defense. Gonna learn today.
That's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played,
you don't know how to match personnel, bro?
They absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Buying time to his left.
Come on, Jacobs. Let's try to high pass that shit to you too, man. Not bad. We 9 for 10, 3 tutties with a 59 overall quarterback. 2-possession game. Takes him like 3-4 minutes to get down the field. This game's over, bro. You're not aggressive enough for me.
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be.
You ain't got your testicles. Throw the ball down the field against me. You're not a man over there. You got emasculated.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And some room to maneuver. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large game.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
Simons.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Lance will
run the screen with Mitchell.
Back go up.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action, now it's Lance.
We got 2-minute warning we can take, and then we can take this timeout.
San Francisco. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I told you about this.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? They go with McCaffrey, and he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4.
All I gotta do is just run the clock, man. Ain't nothing he can do. He only has 2 timeouts. So I can get 5 seconds off this return. That'd be good.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone.
3, 4. Good job. We got the 2-minute warning off.
Right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance
know how to match personnel.
sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run.
Sucks for you, bro.
Play action and throw one deep.
Another yard would probably put
That's a
this
bad
thing in the
timeout
books.
usage.
It's 2nd and 1.
I'll tell you about baselining, bro.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On the handoff, this is
First down.
Jacobs. And he's able
That's
to
all I
take
needed
this
right
one
there.
up to the 35-yard
Why would you
line.
waste the time out on first down?
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final
Good
timeout.
decision.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 40.
You can't stop it now. It's over, bro.
There to stop him on the
Don't hang it
defensive
up.
side, Fred Warner.
You don't know how to match personnel.
Myself a little bit, Brandon, because
You're just
right
doing
now,
random shit on
I can be
defense.
in that huddle
And I'm
with
just
that
pushing the ball
offensive
down the
line.
field.
I know exactly what they're saying.
I told you about baselining, bro, and you still fucking doing it.
We're gonna
Like,
call a
why?
timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this
Is
thing.
that how you get your rocks off or something, bro? You
Their
just be
time to
like,
shine.
come on, baseline today. Let you sack on purpose. I can move this
He's
clock.
taken down.
Better
What a
than anyway,
huge
what, 3
play
plays?
at this point in the game.
You can't stop the clock either. So I just run this play and I win. There's the 40 seconds right there. Victory formation, fellas.
Center receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get it down at about the 37.
Boy, I got a 100-yard rushing. Now I don't even have to call play. Control it down. Easy win. Don't put yourself, don't be forcing shit. See, old B would have been like, oh, let me try to score one more play.
That puts him over 100 yards
Why?
now.
You already got the win.
I tell you.
Old me would have tried to throw a one-play touchdown, probably would have threw a fucking pig. And it would have went the other way. Don't need to, man. He ain't got no timeouts. He can't stop it. Just let the clock run out, get the win. It's easy, man. Once you understand and you get yourself out of those bad tendencies that you do, you erase your little Easter eggs from your play call tendencies and your gaming experience, bro. I'm telling you, you have so much more fun. Winning is fun. Losing stresses you the fuck out. You know, we had a 90% completion ratio with 3 touchdown passes with Jared Stidham. You know, and I ran the ball, you know, because he kept, you don't have to play run, gap assignment. He spammed one defense. Then he altered between 3-4 odd, cover 4 drop. Why would you run cover 4 drop from a 3-4 odd versus a spread set? That is not matching personnel. Because then when you baseline, you take the guys that are supposed to be defending the slots, you take them away from their assignment. And then you have those situations that I've been trying to tell you guys. You don't want 2 or 3 guys defending the same gap. You don't. You don't want to do that. You don't want to play like that. So everybody trying to do these little, let me baseline, pinch linebackers and shit and contain and show blitz, bro. Don't play football like that, man. Stop following those stupid channels that tell you to do that shit. If they tell you to do that shit and that's how they play defense, let that be them. Let them be the dumbass. You watching my channel, you are intelligent, okay? You're intelligent enough to find this channel. Be intelligent enough to play smart football. Don't do all this little cornball shit, because I'm going to show you how to beat all that cornball shit. Easy way, man. Seen that shit for years, man. People just think that that's the meta. That's not a meta. That's just people that don't understand football and just trying to find the easy, trying to hit an easy button against noobs, you know? And it works until they play someone that has curricular experience and understanding of the game. And then they play people like me and they either rage quit, you know, or something of that sort, man. That's why I think people like Black Rain don't want to play me. Because he already knows what the outcome will be. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to play me either, and you know, especially when I'm hungry. I know if I beat him, my subscriber count would probably jump up, and he don't want no one to get famous off of it. I get it. Same way he got famous off of beating TJ Barrett. Like, Barrett's a decent player, but he does like all that franchise shit. So he's gonna get, most of his subscriber count is gonna be like the 10 to 15 and 17, you know, the younger age crowd. You know, he reaches out to the kids. So obviously kids sit at home all day in the summertime, ain't got no job, you know, obviously, you know, you're gonna pull that subscriber count, and then, you know, you might get a game against Black Rain. And TJ, he good at helping people build their base, you know? So I'm not gonna say anything bad about him, but it's the people that play him, and, you know, he helps them out, and then they don't want to do unto others as what's been done unto them. You know, they want to be stingy and jealous. You know, they don't want no one to get famous off of them. You know, that's the world we live in. And I hate bringing this up, man, because more often than not, y'all know, like, I'm not racist or anything, but it's that crab in the bucket mentality. You know, that the world that we live in, you'll have some people willing to help. Like, I'll help anybody in the world, man. If you need it and you want it, you know, and I feel you hungry enough, bro, I will dig into my back pocket. Even if I'm broke, I'll dig into my back pocket and try to help you. But some of these guys that got it, that got themselves there, they not like that, man. They the crab in the bucket, man. Once they get themselves out, they not gonna be able to jump back in that bucket and help the other crabs get out. You know, and then when you in that bucket and you trying to climb out, the other fucking crabs are pulling your ass back in when you almost about to get over the ledge. That's the world we live in, and it's not good. But that's the difference, man, in our communities in this world. You ain't got nothing in between. You just got people that are willing to help, and then you got these other people that only want to help themselves. That's the reality of the worlds that we live in. And there's more often than not, you're going to have more people willing to just help themselves than willing to help others. You know, pretty sure if y'all walked into a room and everyone was happy, you know, you're having a good day, you know, everybody's getting along, I guarantee you have one person come into that room with a negative attitude, and you just feel the tension, just all the happiness just dissipates. You know, it's like it affects everybody. You know how they've always said, you know, one bad apple spoils the whole bunch. So it's not going to be too often you're going to have guys like me out here trying to teach you the correct way to play the game, because these people, they don't want to be like, hey, you know, this man know what he's talking about. You know, they want to kind of be stingy and sell you bullshit for $25 to make a profit off you, and then laugh in your face when you're not there. They want to lie to you and give you bullshit. They're not teaching you how to match personnel. They're not doing none of that. They just giving you a bullshit ass defense and cheating you guys out of money. I don't like that. And they think everything's a blitz. You don't notice I don't need a blitz. I send 3 or 4. I go back to my play style. Match personnel, as long as everybody's in their gaps, you don't need a blitz. You can throw it in on, you know, every now and then, and it's effective as opposed to spamming it, which, you know, 9 times out of 10, you'll see a lot of people just spam blitzes. Spam. But like I said, man, just stay tuned in, fellas. You know, because we're going to get through this Madden School together. By the end of it, man, y'all all going to be professors of the game. Let's see, bunch sets. Usually you could go cover 3, or you could go cover 6. But like I said, it all starts with you picking the correct formation versus the bunch they're in. I got to find my guy. There you go.
Now whistles and the Raiders are going to
First thing you want to do, man, in this 3-3 odd, you want to take this guy that's flexed out, and you want to put your jack linebacker. That's the main thing that you're going to do in your 3-3 odd, okay? Now you want to go back to strong close. Now just make sure strong side is there.
faking the give. Now Watson.
Get him, Rochelle. Get him, Rochelle, with your slow ass. I can send one. We're in match personnel. I can send one. I ain't worried about him getting that. Not worried about him. I should have put Crosby in there. Rochelle did a good job shedding, but he wasn't fast enough to get that get after. We're going to work with him.
How about a deep ball on the first play
Trying to work with what I got over here.
On notice. Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
Try to use your shit.
It's caught at the 6-yard line.
I can defend that. I know exactly what he's going to look for next time.
Cleveland. Amari Cooper.
Trying to work with Rochelle.
Yards. And the Browns need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
He left.
Well, if they
Make
didn't
sure you
get the
got your
wake-up
highest
call before the game,
big
they got it
guy
right
with
now. 2
agility in his
plays
formation. So,
already in the
yeah.
end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first...
Oh, this is blocked.
So you can
This
get
is
down.
going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that...
Yeah, going like 6'3", 6'4".
Unsuccessful.
You know, it's usually ideal
But there's a blocked extra point.
for that position. A decent overall, like, in those aspects. They ain't got to be a high overall. As long as they got good agility.
Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see
good height on them.
gold to them because you never
That
know how it's
helps.
going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
Those to see where he's at. Like I said, you always want to start with your game plan to spread them out and see what their tendencies are. Are they going to match up with you, or are they going to be in those one-play defenses? You sure you want to do that, bro? I already see a weakness. Thank you. Took him away from where he's supposed to be. Come on, attack. You want to do that to me all day? Or are you going to learn how to play football? What you want to do?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Shit up, man.
They go play action now. Stidham. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.
Stidham, you got to make that.
Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Come on, move him down in the box again.
42 as they come up
You
2nd
sure you want
and
to?
10. They go play action with Stidham.
Keep bringing that safety down in the box, bro.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Come on, bring him down in the box again.
1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Now Stidham off play action.
Want to keep bringing him down in that box, bro?
Back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right.
Come on, bring him down in the box again.
25.
Thank you. Flip it to the other side. Watch
They'll
it.
send a receiver in motion to the right.
We in his head.
Carry on 1st down is he'll get about 3 there before he's taken.
Come on, bring him down in the box again.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Stidham. And Waller taking it in over the middle.
You have to do more than just audible, bro. Every route concept I have on the field beats every audible combination that you're going to put on the field just by straight audibly. Come on, bring him down to the box again.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch.
Thanks for baselining.
Who's covering him? Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight
Come on,
end
baseline again.
And he's going to get a solid.
Get you out of that one-play defense. You're going to learn today.
Down 2nd and right of the yard.
If you don't learn, you're going to get your ass kicked in the process.
Now they send a man in motion right. Here's Jacobs from the gun.
First shot.
He's going to get this back to the 3-yard line. And
No huddle at him. We'll wear that defense out. Better get out of it.
Timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, bring him down.
9th play coming up here on this
Come
drive.
on.
This is
Just bring it. Ain't that what the Rock say? Just bring it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Running
Too
in with
easy, man.
Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard
Find out you don't know how to defend spread sets.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead. Josh McDaniels, he's got
Come on, bring him down.
offense, and he's going to have him
Come
go
on.
for 2.
Don't be scared now.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
I try to fucking sling it. I throw that high pass I got him. He'll be alright. Gotta take risks, man. You gotta be able to take those risky throws.
Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case. That's why you gotta be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Good time.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good.
Remember what he did last time. After gonna make that adjustment, he's gonna stop that this time. You don't want to do that. You play like this. Where we at?
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So
sure you want to play split versus me, bro?
Mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field. And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson escaping the pressure right. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. These two teams all tied after one.
Go back to punch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson.
Yeah, you thought it was open then. You thought it was open. I tricked your fucking ass. Let's go.
Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Watson now to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
From the 39, Watson eluding the pressure right.
You thought you were going to run across on me, bro? You thought it was going to work.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the
looked good, didn't it?
It's certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson.
Thank you.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Yeah, sign of football, baby.
Picked up by Rocky.
Everybody's defending what they're supposed to be defending. You got to worry about making uber adjustments and shit like that.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head.
The longer it takes them to go down the field, the more they're going to show their tendencies. It's going to take them longer, more plays. You're going to get to see their offense.
And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After after the interception. Here's Stidham.
Too easy, bro.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Do not run a 3-4 versus spread sets, my guy.
Following that gain of 17. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Jacobs.
Hit that block up and roll.
And he'll be
Should
stopped
keep that a
just
little bit
outside the 5
further.
of the
That's my fault.
6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Second quarter.
Get out of that 3-4 bro. I'm gonna keep you in the spread set.
Be interesting to see now what
You
they
will learn
do
today.
offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Just go for it. That's all I
And the
need.
hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs.
You can get out of that 3-4 today, bro.
Josh
Learn.
Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first.
You don't want to deal with Jacobs, you better get the fuck out of it.
Taking the lead. Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense.
I tell y'all fellas, man. I be telling y'all, man, when they pinch in, they get tight. They pinch in, they get tight, man. They make it easier for me to block. So get on in there. That means everybody's playing one fucking gap. That means you're going to open up those outside gaps, whether it's C gap or D gap. I'm going to take it. Just go outside the tackle. You're not defending it when you pinch in. Better learn how to play gap assignment football, bro. Get out of that 3-4 Better match personnel. I'm going to run on that shit all day.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
3-4 is only good versus pro sets, my guy. You might be able to squeeze it in versus tight sets if you have a good play call. Cannot run it versus spread sets, especially if you don't have jack linebackers on the outside.
The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because
not gonna work, bro.
some play calls at work.
You're not going to be able to throw it deep when Max Crosby's coming after you. That's for sure.
The turnover the Plague did on the last one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the
Come on, motion him over. Come on, motion him over so I can block shit. Come on. Thank you.
Here's Watson.
Thank you for letting me block shit. Motion him again so I can block shit again, bro.
Says this will be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking.
Come on, motion him again so I can block shit, bro.
Get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Come on, send him in motion. Come on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Not coming out and gun empty versus me, bro. Get the fuck out of it.
Out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
I'm gonna come out in a situation in a split slot so I can go ahead and block shit again. Okay, we'll do it.
Here we go on 4th.
Thanks for the block shit for coming out in that formation.
And it's gonna be
Gonna be a lucky ass catch.
Go the other way with a football.
Oh, you didn't get it. I was like, what? They didn't just let this man catch that ball after I put my hand in the way. You don't know how to match personnel, bro. I'm evil, right? Like evil Knievel out here.
On 1st down, Stidham. Flush to his right.
Can he give me a low pass?
Oh, he was hit as he
Come on, Stidham.
there, and that one winds up.
I got faith in you, my guy.
Started this drive backed up against the wall.
Take that guy out. Let's see how we want to do this.
Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
So after the
Thanks for pressing.
on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
And give me a one-on-one. Thanks for baselining.
To throw is Stidham.
I told you about that baseline shit, bro.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now.
Come on, baseline again for me, please. Come on. Come on, you know you want to.
Here's Stidham.
You tear that dude up all day, bro.
This is Adams with a catch.
Get him off of
He's
him.
out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
It's a game here.
And he's going to be brought down just
take your time scoring, man.
At the 6. Now 2nd and 5.
Take your time, take your time, take your time.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd down,
Run through this shit ain't gonna work, bro.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs on his way to
You don't have to match personnel, it's not gonna work.
First half touchdowns. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll bring a tight end in motion. They'll look to throw.
Stop run committing, bro.
And he's got it.
See, notice when I play defense, I don't commit at all. I don't pass commit. I don't run commit. They have their negatives that just aren't worth it. If you pass commit and they run, they slow your speed down and they make it hard to tackle. You give up a lot of broke tackles. You give up fall forward animations. You know, a lot of you guys be like getting pissed. He's always falling forward. That's because you're pass committing. If you run commit, you get situations like that where, you know, those mid to deep routes are just wide fucking open. It's just not worth it. So if you play gap assignment and match personnel defense, you don't have to commit at all, period. And that just cancels that shit out. So you will never have to worry about those negative aspects of committing. I guarantee you, I do not commit at all, periods, no point. Unless I'm absolutely positively sure, 137,000% that I know, hey, this is what he's going to do. I don't do it.
Down by 2 scores.
You got body order, bro.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop them with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Watson.
Gap assignment football, bro.
Now the offense will burn their
Everyone's playing what I put them in on the field to play.
As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 45 on 2nd down, Watson.
Come on, give me that crosser. Give me that crosser, bro. Give me that crosser.
And he'll just get rid of it.
You're not throwing crossers on me, bro. Just give up.
Just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Flushed out right. He's looking deep for
This shit, Avery. That's why we got you in the slot.
Good job staying with him.
Not throwing no deep streak on you.
Bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Cooper will come in.
Thanks for doing that. Now I can block shit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Dancing to his left.
You not see my user over there, bro? Them crossers are not going to work against my defense. Just give up.
The defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
I'm trying too hard, man. Come on, motion him so I can block shed. Motion him so I can block shed. Come on. Thank you.
Receiver in motion left.
Thanks for the block shed, for motioning. Try to tell you, dumbass.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime.
You're gonna learn today.
This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Like I said, man, you play with the lead, man, in the second half. The game is so much funner, bro. Less stress. Get into your opponent's head. Everything's all good. Good block, bro. Hoping you gotta do a better job picking your guy out. So they crack for him.
Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now Stidham on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure.
Play your fucking assignment, bitch.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he's gonna
got you with the old rinky-dink high-low concept.
27 yards there, a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure out
trying to play too much, man. I see your user, I'm gonna attack you.
Really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Love when they play like this versus the spread.
They'll bring a
Thank you.
receiver in motion right. Jacobs going to try the
Oh,
middle.
he just got mollywop. First down.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive.
Pay attention to the personnel that's on the field, my guy. I got 2 tight ends in there. You're in trouble.
On 1st down, they go with
Look at that
Jacobs
block,
again.
baby. Boom!
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this.
You can't stop it, bro. That 3-4 odd is not how you defend this. I'm trying to tell you. You don't have no fucking jack linebackers on the field, my guy. And as long as you don't know how to set your defense up, you're not going to stop me.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And I'm the only person that knows how to set a 3-4 odd up with 2 jack linebackers. I guarantee you, no one else is going to teach you guys that. You go on anybody else's channel, they're running a 3-4 odd. What do they got on the edge? They got these big, bulky ass fucking pass rushers. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, man. They're just calling plays. You know, they teaching you wrong. For this play, I'm just going to have my way with him, bro. He doesn't know how to match personnel. He's not going to be able to stop it. And then you can just kind of scheme off of it. He's going to be so worried about trying to stop that, and then he's going to forget he has to cover these receivers. That's the end of the day, man. That's football 101, man. It starts, what do they tell you, man? It starts in the trenches. You know, whether you on offense or you on defense, you got to be able to, defensively, you got to be able to penetrate each and every gap. Okay, you got your A's, your B's, your C's, your D's, and your E's. Depending on how many tight ends or whatever they got on the line, is going to tell you off the rip, hey, this is the formation I need to be in because I'm going to have those gaps covered and penetrated at the point of attack. Like the point of attack, I mean, they're going to be lined up on the line of scrimmage. They're not going to be 5 yards off. Okay, your 5 yard off guys are going to be 2 gap reads. You know, they can help where it's needed, the cutback lanes and stuff like that. But your guys directly on the line, they have a gap integrity they are responsible for. And if you do not match your personnel, you're going to be giving up gaps and you're going to be forcing those linebackers on the second level to be responsible for those gaps. Well, they're not on the line of scrimmage. So what's going to happen is those linemen are going to kick up to the second level and block them. And that's the last thing you want, man, is a 330-pound guy running right at you if you're only 220 pounds. So just stuff like that, man, you got to pay attention to.
Once again, it's White.
I don't mind even this clock draining me down. I got the lead.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with
like I said, everything starts with the trenches. When you match personnel, man, are they coming heavy at you? What are they coming at you? Are there blockers in the backfield? Are there blockers on the line? You know, it's just from stuff like that you got to pay attention to. So that's going to help you come out in the correct formation as soon as you see the play call.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
I don't mind. If I could shave another 30 seconds off, oh my God, he's not defending these guys. He's just picking plays at this point. Spamming the same play, bro. Can't play football like that, man. How many times I tell you, man, if it happens to me, like if I'm in a game in a situation where someone's just killing me with a run, bro, usually after the 2nd or 3rd time, I'm changing my formation, I'm changing my play call. I'm trying to figure out what's beating me because I'm gonna start pulling up my run fits. I'm gonna hit that L2 square. I'm gonna see who's responsible for what a gap in the secondary, and then on the second line of the defense. I'm gonna see who's responsible for what gap, and is it matching up correctly versus the formation that I'm going up against. You know, that's something you don't see a lot of people do, and they don't teach you that. Like I said, just hit this L2 and then hold square, and it's going to show you the run fits. You know, usually I don't have to do that every game because I've gotten to the point where I've done it against every formation that I know what formations to come out in. You know, and like I said, if you do it enough, and then, you know, we're human, you know, so we have that muscle memory and that memory input built into us. So when something works or whatever, or if it's a part of our job, instinctively we just automatically come out in it. Okay, so like I said, once you start getting to that point where you know the correct defense to come out in certain formations, then it's gonna make defense so much easier for you guys, man. And you can't necessarily write a defensive ebook for, you know, some of the stuff I teach because, you know, I might have different things going on, you know, versus certain things that I got to deal with. You know, obviously you can have those situations where you deal with emotion anchors. The best thing to do with emotions is the double base align if you want to keep your match personnel. If it's just a single motion and they let them feet plant, then you can do a man align. You know, it's just the small things, the details that go into it. We're not gonna let them run this deuce close. We gotta get our defense out there for the deuce. You don't want to come out and deuce now. Okay.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders.
33 odds gonna kill them trips.
Max Crosby blowing up the play.
There we go. That's what I'm waiting on, that deuce formation.
One thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Like
now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's how you match up with that deuce. That's how you match up with that deuce goose. See, I told you, man, you don't need one defense for everything. As long as you know how to match personnel, bro, you'll never have to worry about that shit ever again. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, motherfucker. Motion so I can block shit, please. Please fucking motion.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th.
Come on, Crosby, get in now. Give me that! Not play gun empty versus my defense. Let's go!
Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete.
That's it, man. All we got to do is just eat the clock, bro. We got the lead. I ain't got to impress anybody. Winning is impressing. Ain't that what Blair Rain say? Oh, it's about winning. Well, you obviously don't play PlayStation 4 much because sometimes they give you those disconnect losses, but You know, more often than not, what am I doing on my channel? On the games that I play, I'm winning.
I know it sounds crazy, but they practice for this back in training camp.
You know, we all take losses here and there, but what I want to kind of do is close that gap on the losses and start giving you guys dominant performances. Because obviously, man, the truth is, there's a good bulk of people that do not know how to match personnel, and it's so easy to exploit. You can sit there and have your way on them. Still want to run that cover 4 drop. Oh, what's going on? What are you trying to tell these people, man? It's like cover 4 drop I use inside the red zone from the 3-4 ride. Situationally, you know, you can do it because those quarters don't have to go as far down the field.
Now it's Stidham.
Pick his block up. Oh, boom! Kid Stidham hit the corner of the end zone. Oh, you fucking hit me, bro. Like, he was about to toe drag him and everything. I tried with you, Stidham, bro. You still doing good, though. How would y'all feel if someone was just dotting you up with a 59 overall quarterback? Let me be honest. You know, you playing someone and they using a 59 overall, and he got lucky with that one. But they're using a 59 overall and they just basically just throwing the ball wherever. Like, how would you feel about that? Like, that would hurt my nerves a little bit, man. You're like, man, yo, this dude is good.
What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he's going to get
mesh concepts.
the 30-yard line. 15 yards.
There we go. That's what I was waiting on, right?
First down.
That's what we were waiting on. Show y'all how to defend the spread.
Thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some.
Let me show y'all how to defend the spread. Let me show you how to match personnel and defend the spread. Let's go. You're going to get different defenses based off your play calling, my guy. Said I match personnel over here. You may not be used to that.
To throw is Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
I'm going to make it difficult for you.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they have the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness.
I want it so bad. I want it so bad, but he's not fast enough.
But look how that one turned out. They may have salted
almost got him. Thought I could have slipped one in now.
He runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
Oh, Stidham's actually going to throw it.
You gave it to me that time. You gave it to me that time, bro. Stop playing cover 4 against me, bro. You're going to play cover 4, you need to match personnel when you play it.
As great as it's been for the
and you obviously don't know how to do that. Because there's another little thing I'm about to teach you guys why matching personnel is important. It's one thing to play cover 4, you know, from one formation, but if you match personnel and play it, your guys are going to be able to flex out a little bit further because those flats are only going to really play so far out from where they're initially aligned at. Okay, if their alignment is a guy directly in front of them, that flat's going to play perfectly. If their alignment is inside, they're not going to play all the way to the sideline with that flat. Their alignment is inside at the point, at the line of scrimmage. I guarantee you that flat's only going to play like 5 yards. It might not even get to the numbers. Okay. So you might have situations like that and then wonder why people are beating you with flat routes or wondering why people are getting you with the wheel routes and, you know, stuff like that. Is because you're not matching the personnel. Guys aren't aligning with people directly in front of them. That's another thing that's very important, not just when you're defending the pass, but also playing run fits in the secondary and shit like that. You know, I'm going to kind of break it down for you guys. I'm trying to help y'all, man. You know, it's not too many people out here willing to, you know, show and tell, right? Most people, they just be going in practice mode and trying to find the cheesiest thing that works in practice mode, and then they just give it to you like that. It doesn't work, bro. You try that shit against me. How many times have I shut people down that use those cheesy ebooks against me? Like, it doesn't work. Stop selling these people and charging them ridiculous amounts. Like, stop lying to these people, man. All right, so let's just kind of go into practice mode. I'm gonna kind of teach you guys what you need to be doing so that you can learn. It's easier to get hands-on experience as opposed to, you know, just going directly by what somebody says. You know, if you can kind of get the hand-on experience and then you get your situations where you be like, okay, you know, this is what I need to do so I can understand it better. You know, you got to learn how to pull up your run fits first and foremost. And I'm going to teach you. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Now I'm gonna show you this entire Raider playbook and when you need to come out. Bro, I run a match coverage defense. Okay, if a receiver goes to a specific spot on the field with a certain route concept and he doesn't have anything go deep, I guarantee you it's going to be bracketing. You don't have to play a match coverage. Basically just makes it easier for you to do your job as a user, because you know the AI is going to play their job to a T. They're going to do what they're supposed to do, and all you have to do with your user is you defend whatever opens. That's it. That's how you want to play defense. You just want to be able to defend what opens, and whatever opens comes to you. You know, as opposed to, you know, situations where you just be trying to defend everything. You more often than not, like 90% of the community, they'll sit in the middle of the field with a linebacker or sub safety linebacker, and they think they're supposed to just use alert 3 or 4 routes. You can't play defense like that, man. Because what's happening, you play defense like that, you're basically telling on yourself, okay? And by telling on yourself, you're going to make it easier for me to A, run stretch runs or anything to the outside. B, you're going to make it easier for me to attack the sidelines. You know, and I'm going to pick on wherever your user's at. That's pretty much what I'm looking for. You know, you're better off playing match personnel, not moving your user until after the snap. You know, unless you're just really trying to stop something that comes into a situation where it's, okay, this guy's, he's pretty good. He's, you know, even if I'm matching personnel, you know, and he's still getting, you know, chunks of yards here or there, you know, you might have to make adjustments. You know, you might have to user move guys down that's already in their run fits just so that they can get to that spot faster, you know. So I'm going to kind of show you when you should use 3-4 odd, and I'm going to teach you the run fits in 3-4 odd. Okay, there's a couple of plays that I do use in here that I've been using a lot lately. Is I do use the cover 6, and I use the strong safety 2 trap, and then occasionally you might catch me use the cover 3 seam or the quarters. Okay, mainly I like to start off with the cover 6. Okay, and the run fits is basically going to be you're going to user this. Okay, you're going to be a D-line user, and you're going to play the outside run fit on the side where, let me show you. So let's say they come out in a week, right? And most of the time people run weak, they run like these weak side runs. Okay, so the run fit, I'm going to teach you guys this, watch. You're going to be usering right here. Your job is the cutback lane. Okay, don't worry about anything else. I know for a fact that if I shed outside, this gap right here in between these two guys, that linebacker's going to cover it for me, right here. Perryman's going to cover that. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that. So if I'm using right here, my initial move, even though his run fit is to slant inside, if I slant outside and go outside the tackle, I know that linebacker right behind him is responsible for that B gap. I don't have to user that. Okay, because of my user, your user is going to be a little bit more aggressive as a rusher. Okay, so you might be able to pull linemen or extra linemen towards you because of that, because you might be trying to shed or whatever. But if you trust your defense behind you, you don't have anything to worry about. So let me show you these run fits. You hold L2 and you press this square button right here. It's going to show you all your run fits. Okay? So that's pretty much where you need to be. Okay? So now I know if he's running like an inside zone, I know I got 2, 3, 4 guys over there on this dive. If he runs a dive, one of them is going to have to pick up that fullback. You got the force over here to force him to cut back. He's not gonna run a stretch against the force. Okay. The contain is going to kind of force this thing back inside. So if he tries to run a cutback, that contain defender is going to be on that backside of the run, because he doesn't have a true blocker over here. He has a receiver and a tight end, and that tight end already has a guy in front of him. So it's basically going to be one-on-one with this corner and that receiver who's going to get in that run fit. Okay? If he goes into a pass, these 2 guys over here, this corner and that safety, they're responsible for any passing situation because they're not in a run fit. So if it's like a play action or whatever, those guys that are in run fits could be your user to defend passes. You don't want to bring that extra guy down trying to defend a run fit, because more often than not, and I've been trying to teach this over the course of this last week, is if you try to bring more guys down to defend, like 2 guys in one run fit, what's going to happen is you're going to get those touching animations where you whip, or you lose control of your user, or you fall down, or something like that. Something bad's going to happen. You don't want to play too tight in those box situations. You just want everybody to be responsible for their job, and then you not have to worry about trying to be like, oh, I need to squeeze everybody in there and try to defend it. You're not playing a goal line defense here, okay? You don't want to do that with your base defense when you're matching personnel. You don't have to, okay? So if everybody does their job, then you can slow these runs down. So you can get like 2-yard, 3-yard gains maybe, but eventually over the course of the game, people don't want 2 or 3-yard gains. They want to get first downs. They want to gash you. It's not going to happen when you're constantly slowing their runs down and getting hits, because what happens is that the longer the game goes on, the more hits that running back takes, eventually he's bound to fumble or something like that. So being able to play good run defense and play those gap assignments is going to basically force them to pass. And obviously you guys see where my pass defense is at. That's the strength of my defense. But in order for me to play the strength of my defense, you have to be able to play gap assignments and defend the run gaps effectively and efficiently by matching your personnel that's on the field. Okay? So I'm just going to kind of show you what I would do in situations against this run. Like I said, we're going to take this guy, we're going to rush outside initially. Is my thing glitched? Is he not going to call snap? Is he not going to hike the ball? Is my stick bugged out? Please don't be. We call it play again. Sometimes my stick does that, fellas. I'm sorry. Hopefully it doesn't. Because I really like teaching y'all, man. Sometimes my sticks, I be so hard on them in regs. But we're going to try to do this again. So even if it's like that, make sure you got that quarter over there. Picked up. See, look, gap assignment. He's not going to go anywhere. So people like to run these little things, and sometimes you'll catch situations where they like to motion that running back out and try to trick you. Rule number 1. This is important. I want y'all to write this down, okay? Because class is in session. Anytime you see a motion, anytime, and you want your defense to be intact, okay? Anytime you see a motion, there's 3 things you can do, okay? If A, that motion changes the personnel that's on the field, like in situations where you might have, let's say you're running a cover 6, and they motion a receiver over to the other side, and you got 2 receivers on the other side, okay? You can flip the play. That's option 1. Okay, it's quick and effective. Okay, if they come out in a situation and you know they're just trying to motion hike to block, you catch on to tendencies when people do stuff enough. If you know they're just doing it to motion hike to block, double baseline. Okay, double baseline is going to give you block sheds when they do that. And that's what I do. I'll be intimidating people. I'm like, please motion against me. Please motion against me. And the block shed mainly is going to be for your D-line user. I mean, it can help for the AI, but it's mainly going to be for the D-line user when they do those motion hikes. Now, like I said, if they're just motioning a receiver over and it becomes, let's say they're 2x2, all right? And you're playing a cover 6 because you may assume that they're just trying to go for the quarter personnel or whatever, they're trying to get an exploit. You could just flip the play because you always want to make sure that quarter is on the trip side. Anytime there's 3 receivers on that side of the field, it has to be trips. Now, my rules change on cover 6 when I have a flat running back. If I know there's a flat running back, then my quarters is going to switch to the other side because I know the quarters will pick up crossers to the other side. So most of the time, people might run a flat. If I run it flip like this, and he's got that running back, that fullback over there, I know that that cloud flat is going to defend that flat. Okay? If he runs any crossers, I know for a fact that that inside quarter and that outside quarter are going to pick up those crossers, and then that quarter flat is going to pick anything up to the flat on the other side. So it's just something that you guys need to be picked on because you can run a cover 6 to either side. But the main thing that I'm going to teach you here is run fits is because that inside quarter is a run fit safety. Okay? That's just something that you guys need to basically key in on. So if it's an inside run, you're going to run it like this. If it's an outside run, you can run it like this. You see the difference? See the run fits? So it's just something that you know you can flip the play. Sometimes you catch on tendencies, you know, just by playing the run fits, be like, man, he keeps beating me. Well, flip your play, you know. So it's just stuff that guys can add to your knowledge base as far as being able to defend the runs so that you can set it up to where you can defend the passes more easily, okay? So like I said, I'm just going to run this again. Hopefully they call height. And like I said, I'm just going to go to the outside. Sometimes if they do get through, you know, you can make adjustments. Like, don't be like, oh, he beat me that time. Like, sometimes I might do an adjustment where I might pinch my linebackers in and spread my D-line out. Now, what that does is that changes the gap integrity of your nose tackle. Okay? I still got my run fits there, but now that nose tackle is responsible for that A-gap. So if he wants to try that shit again, you know, and I don't have that safety plan, so I'm just playing it like this. So nose tackle ain't very good, but we gonna get him there. But main thing is, you know, just kind of play around with stuff. Like I said, the other defense that I like running is usually if they feel like they're not able to run, they're going to try hit you with play action, right? So the other one that I like to run is this strong safety 2 trap. And I catch them in these formations where they want to run play action. Same thing, I might pinch them in, slide them out, and that's safety. And I'm just going to, usually play action, you want to spam down. You want to power rush. You want to spam down. Don't do the finesse move because you're not going to initially get picked up. But right there, that's going to give you that safety blitz that's going to force pressure. I'm going to slow it down for you guys. And these 2 plays right here, they're going to be the staple of your 3-4 odd. Okay, so like I said, you go inside, you get the chip block on the tight end with the defender. And basically because of his angle, he's going to force that tackle to go outside, and that safety is going to come screaming inside. Okay, because like I said, your user is going to force. See how this guard comes over here to defend my user? Because I was going to shed. Your user is going to force people to come after you. And it's going to free up that safety to do his job. Okay? So those 2 plays I do like in the 3-4 odd. And like I said, if you're running, like if you're playing someone that runs like an ace or something like that, or you play someone that runs a symmetric offense, I'm about to teach you something. Y'all better listen. Okay? Because in quarters, you know that if you run quarters, those 2 safeties are supposed to be responsible for the run fits, right? So if I go into a situation that's symmetric, like a symmetric offense, as symmetric as I can be, usually those ace sets or something like that. Or is any formation really where you know for a fact they're running inside. Quarters is an inside zone defense. Okay? I just want you guys to understand that. I don't think we have a symmetric, but if they have a situation where they have a play where they can come out in here and flip the play of the run without flipping the formation, that's when playing quarters is going to be effective. Okay? Because usually, like I said, both of those safeties are in run fits. Okay, so if they're running inside zones, initially you don't want those guys on the line, because if they're on the line, those linemen are going to pick them up. Okay? So let's say if he's running to the left or to the right, he's running inside zone, those safeties are going to come crashing through and play in those run fits. So if inside zones are what's, detrimental to your defense, that's what you're going to be running to help defend. Okay, when they're coming out in these, that's what you're going to be running. Everything's matched up. Your two corners are playing the pass. Your safeties can play the runs. Now, because they're playing the run first, usually they will bite on play action. You need to be mindful for that. Anyone that is in a run fit will bite on play action. Okay? That's just something that's a part of the game. I hope you guys understand it. But I try not to use our guys in run fits too much. I try to let them do their job. Other than that, usually I'll use one of these guys out here in coverage that aren't in a run fit. So you want your defense to play the way it's supposed to or designed to play. You don't want to try to do too much to it. You don't want 2 or 3 guys in the same gap, because like I said, if they start touching each other, you're gonna get situations where you'll have one lineman basically blocking 2 or 3 guys, and it gets real glitchy and buggy and shit. You don't want that. All right. So I'm just trying, like I said, just trying to teach you guys, because there ain't no other channel out there teaching you shit. I mean, I'm being honest. I done looked at a bunch of them, and it's like, bro, these guys are, it's laughing out loud shit, really, bro. Like, nobody wants to teach you shit. But that's why we gonna start doing that more on this channel, man. I'm gonna try to break shit down, man. Stay in the class this session. They might be 3-4 hours long, but you gonna walk out, bro. You gonna be like a college professor when I'm done with you, man. I'm telling you. I'm gonna make you students of the game, and then you're gonna be masters of the game, and then the competition level of the Madden community should be better. Eventually, hopefully, we'll get to that large following, and maybe people, the game will be better. I like competition. I don't like playing people that spam the same shit. That's not fun, So if I gotta keep whooping ass whoopings into people to teach them, so be it, right? Get something out of it, right? But here we go again. I want to make sure, man, if you're new to this channel, man, make sure you sub, hit that like button. Make sure you tune in when I go live. Turn those notifications on, because you never know. You might get a free session. You never know, man. Them sessions, bro, you'll walk out a whole lot smarter than being that guy that spent $39.99 on a fucking ebook of 2 plays. Come on, man. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. I'm trying to save you. Now, if you want to donate, I can drop my Cash App or whatever, but, I'm doing this because I love doing this. It's not enough people out there teaching you guys how to play football, or how to play your assignment on defense or anything like that. Same thing. Like, once you learn the defense, offense is going to be fluent for you guys. It'll be so much easier for me to teach you offense once you understand how the defense is, because you'll already know what I'm talking about and some of the stuff that I'll be teaching. You'll be like, yeah, he's right, But that's where we want to get y'all. If they'll give me a match. Here we go. I don't have no volume. I don't want to turn my surround sound on either. I do that for my movies.